Yogi Berra said 90% of baseball is mental and the other half is physical. And while that's just a Yogiism, the mental game does matter a lot. And this week we talked to Brian Cain, the mental coach for the Houston Cougars.
I'm Brian Cain. I'm the peak performance coach with Houston Baseball, and I come in and really help the staff and the players better establish a process for competing one pitch at a time to give them the best chance for success. I think it's critical for the players to hear the message about one pitch at a time and giving yourself the best chance for success. I think it's probably more critical that the staff hear it and the staff continue to reinforce it on a daily basis, because it's really about twofold. When I come in, I'm coaching coaches. I'm also working to help educate the players and helping them on being more consistent with establishing routines and habits of excellence, helping them be able to recognize kind of the mental and emotional part of baseball, because it is such a game of failure. You know, you fail 70% of the time and you're all conference in this game, or you're going to the Hall of Fame if you're a professional. So how do they manage that failure? How do they process that failure and use it for fuel to help them to kind of focus in on the present moment, compete one pitch at a time, control the things that they can control, and really give them a process for success in the game of baseball? I mean, one of the first things that jumps out is just the facility upgrades. I mean, the field itself, the scoreboard, the new indoor they're putting in that's going to be state of art in college baseball. It's been super impressive to see how Todd has really gotten Houston and the Cougar community behind him to help take Houston baseball into the forefront of college baseball. From a player standpoint, the more you're here, the more you develop that relationship and rapport with the players, and the more they're able to understand the principles of peak performance, and they're able to apply those things to help them go one pitch at a time, be able to handle the adversity that they faced when they were in the Baton Rouge Regional a couple years ago, and to be able to use those experiences and some of the alumni that have gone through the program now playing professional baseball to come back and say, hey guys, this is not just something that Coach Whitting's doing. Like, this is what every team in Major League Baseball does. The guy that's in the dugout with the Chicago Cubs, Ken Ravizza, is my mentor. And they're getting the same exact one pitch at a time process and peak performance training that the guys at the highest level are getting. 2 Cy Young Award winners in Major League Baseball and 700 guys drafted into pro baseball have gone through this exact program. They're getting the same thing. So the buy-in is there. Now it's just about making sure that they can keep it simple and apply what they're learning on a consistent basis. But what the facilities do is they help the players to recover more. They help the players to have a better experience when they're here, to make their academic life a little bit easier because they have their place that they can go and study. It helps them to simplify, I think, a lot of the process that they have, and over the course of time, that makes a huge difference in the development of a player and of a program. But it's the players from the Houston baseball program that ultimately are going to make the biggest difference on the field. I think the future of Houston baseball is as bright as it is for any program in the country. The new facilities going in, they're attracting the right players. You know, it's not always about getting the best players. As you've heard Coach Whitting say, it's about getting the right players, the players that fit within his system, within his process. With the new facility, attracting those players to come here. And I think Houston baseball is going to continue to be on the forefront of the American Conference and be on the forefront of college baseball. And I don't think it's going to be too long before you see them knocking down the door into Omaha and competing for national championships. Not going to Omaha to just participate, but going in there to dominate one pitch at a time.